awaydaysbeer.com. Proud to partner with Talking Town. For only $14.99, grab your ITFC Legends Pack from The Beat to Hoppy Robson to Brazil's Best and Pablo's Pal. Whatever you need, whatever you want. ITFC Legends Pack, $14.99 at awaydaysbeer.com. Grab it today. Mass Creations are proud partners of Talking Town. High quality web and software development. From web development to SEO and everything in between, make your vision a reality with Mass Creations. Call 07896 904 571 or visit masscreations.co.uk or email info@masscreations.co.uk. Mass Creations, proud partners of Talking Town. Don't forget, tell them you came from Talking Town to get 10% off. Best Burger in Stowmarket, proud partners of Talking Town. Call 01449 680 058 to book a table today.
Well, it looks like I'm doing it on my own, guys, because Martin's audio is not working. How is everybody? Fixtures are released. I've got a quick while he sorts his wire out. So East Anglia tomorrow. Josh from Away Day Beers is delivering. So he's trying to shift these mini kegs that he's got for the Euros. He's got Wayne Bruni, Alan Shearer, and Butcher's Bandage. He's got about 30 of each. So for a single keg, it is $19.99, or the trio, Euro keg trio, is $54.99. So single keg, use the code Away Days Deliver, and for your Euro keg trio, Away Days Trio. So already on the list for stops, Huntingdon, which is myself. He's got Red Lodge, Bury, Braintree, Colchester, Ipswich, and Norwich. So if you want some beer for the Euros, obviously the big game is Tuesday against the Germans. We'll probably might cover that a bit later. But yeah, get Josh, give him a DM he's on all social media platforms, Away Days Beer on Twitter, he's on Facebook, he's on Instagram, and that is about it. And yeah, awaydaysbeer.com on the internet. Anyway, where is everybody? I'm talking away, rambling. Martin's disappeared. Matt says the link don't work. So let's have a look while these two clowns are sort of trying to sort themselves out. So the opening fixture is Morecambe at home on Saturday, the 7th of August. Morecambe at home, so obviously they got promoted last season. Derek Adams has left, so yeah, there you go. Anyway, I don't know where he's gone. Matt says bring me in. I can't bring anybody in. Hang on, let me look. I've got a private chat here. Oh, he says 2 minutes. He'll be back in 2 minutes. So if you want to fire Colin, I've already had my haircut 2 weeks ago. If you want to fire your comments in the chat, or you can go over to itfc.co.uk because they've got the whole of the fixtures on here. I've just wrote a few dates down. Morecambe first game. So first 5 games, we've got home to Morecambe on the 7th, Following Saturday, we are away at Burton Albion. The Tuesday the 17th, Cheltenham away, which I'll be missing. I won't be able to go to that because I'm away for my missus' birthday on the Monday. And the other year, we coincided with a trip to Exeter for the Carabao Cup. I don't think there's somehow I can work that one. So 17th away to Cheltenham. MK Dons at home on the Saturday the 21st, and then AFC Wimbledon at home on Saturday the 28th of August. So you think them first 5 games, we've got 2 promoted teams. AFC Wimbledon, who struggled last season. MK, who I think they'll be decent this year because they've obviously signed Scott Twine. Linked with Teddy Bishop, I see yesterday. And then Burton Albion, obviously under Jimmy, had a great second half of the season, and I think they'll be decent. So there is games there to win, and if we want to be up the top end of the table, we should be looking to, I'd say, go unbeaten in them first 5 games. If you don't, well, we shouldn't be losing to any of them teams. Look, Morecambe, MK, AFC, Wimbledon at home, not really going to, shouldn't be struggling against them. We need to get the home form right, which we haven't done the last couple of years. Where are these 2? I don't know what's happening. Oh, his old computer's gone. Martin's computer's blown up. What's happening? His old computer's gone. Matt can't get in. Oh, dear. I'm just going to run the show on my own, guys. So if you want to comment in the comments, feel free, because I'll just ramble here for probably the next 20, 25 minutes. I'll do a one-man show. If you've got any jokes you want to drop in the chat. Look, Colin, I'm all right, mate. I would get you on the show. I don't know how to. I'm just the mouthpiece. Martin is the tech guy. His computer's gone up the wall. He's probably going to be in on his phone. Who knows? But yeah, so let's have a look. Who else we got? So after that, we go into September. Wycombe Wanderers away. Tough game. Gareth Ainsworth. I did see this morning, Matt did send me a message last night that they've done a dual fixture list for Wycombe and Derby County, because obviously Derby, I think they've been fined 100,000, but the EFL want to deduct points for them. So if they get that points deduction, they will be relegated, and then Wycombe will take their place. So they've done a dual fixtures. But yeah, so then we've got Bolton and Lincoln. I'm looking at we've got Tuesday games. So Doncaster at home in September is a Tuesday. Long trip to Pompey in October on the 19th. That's a night game. November, we've got Rotherham at home. We all know what happened last time. We played them at home. Beat us up. That's a decent away game. Tuesday the 7th of December. Yeah, Lewis Robson. I'm looking at December now, mate. We've got Charlton away on the Tuesday the 7th. Wigan at home on the 11th. Wigan away on Saturday 11th. Sunderland at home on the 18th, and then the Boxing Day game is a trip to Gillingham. So that's pretty friendly, I think. A little trip down to Kent. Hopefully, well, we don't know what's going to happen with fans, do we? Hopefully by then we'll all be able to get down to, what is it called? Is it the Priestfield now? Not sure what it's called. But yeah, that's an open air stand. I've been there 2 or 3 times. Last time we went there, it was boiling hot, and I was getting bloody... getting burnt, because that was early season. That was when we were doing the hands together, wasn't it? Well, hey, well done, lads. And then that went well. And then Wednesday the 29th, Wycombe at home, and New Year's Day is Lincoln at home. So look, there's games. It's going to be a tough division. Yeah, Lee Anderson. No roof on Boxing Day. That will be fun. Hopefully it'll be a bit cold, but yeah, Steve Evans, Dunkin' Donut Arena, because obviously he's still manager there. Be interesting to see how they go this season, because they had a very good season last season, and then obviously they tried to sign Luke Chambers. I think they were after Alan Judge, but yeah, Ipswich Reserves down the road. We have got them, I think, in the Papa John's Trophy. We've got Gillingham also, and we've got Colchester, and we've got a Premier League under-21s team. I think the draw for that today, I think it's 340. Also today, we are ball number 17 in the Carabao Cup. Hello, Matt.
What is going on with our system?
Well, I've just done about 10 minutes.
I was enjoying your show. I might just sit back with a coffee and enjoy the show.
Did he send you? What happened to you then? Where were you?
First of all, Martin added too many letters onto the original link he sent me, so I couldn't get in. And then his computer's blown up, so I don't know whether or not we're going to see him. But you were doing a great job. I was quite enjoying that.
What do you think to the start on first 5 games?
Let me have a little look here. So we got, was it Morecambe, you said, right?
Yeah.
So Morecambe at home, Burton away. Now, you've got to think Burton are going to start a little bit better than they did last season.
I said they done well, didn't they, second half under Jimmy Floyd? If you'd have probably looked at the table from sort of January time, they'd have probably been in the top 6, I'd have thought, the form they were showing.
Yeah. So that could be a tricky one. Then we've got Cheltenham away. That makes your heart die a bit, doesn't it?
I wanted to go there, but it's been Miss's birthday and we're away on the Monday and Tuesday. So I don't think I can swing that, mate.
Never plan holidays until the fixtures are out.
Yeah, but it's her birthday on the 16th, Matt, so I was sort of a bit stumped there.
Well, yeah.
Not a lot I can do.
I'm with you. I feel your pain there. Milton Keynes Dons at home. I mean, look, the home games in August are friendly to us, aren't they? I think MK
are going to be dark horses this season. I think Russell Martin, if you look at the stats, they were sort of top for the pass rate, weren't they? I know they can be a little bit deleted. I know they've lost. Cameron Jerome's gone, hasn't he, to Luton? He's left.
Yeah. How's that? He's gone up a division.
I think they'll do well because they signed Scott Twine. I was a big fan of his. I think they'll do. I think they could be dark horses for the playoffs.
And you were saying there was a link yesterday, wasn't there, to Teddy Bishop?
Yeah.
To go down.
Well, there was a link to Bishop. You see all the lists yesterday. Who's training where? The 23s have got. Who's on their Downs? I think Lancaster's training with them. Jackson. Is that COVID related? I wouldn't have thought it is.
I don't know. I mean, they didn't get. Some of them didn't get a lot of game time, did they? Towards the end of last season. So it's not like they need to have their feet up, is it? Or maybe they've just got help. They've got fitness issues. They need to get back up to speed quicker than everybody else.
Bruce Robertson in the chat. We need to pick an away game for a Talking Town meetup. What about Cambridge away? We're away there on the 16th of October. The trouble with Cambridge is them tickets. I think you only get 1,500 just that away end. That was my first away game, Matt. That was in the promotion season under John Lyle when it was terraces. And I went with my dad and I stood in the corner. I remember Simon Milton scored. And then, do you remember Mick Heathcote for Cambridge? Cambridge used to be Richard Wilkins, who I knew, who presented trophies when I played as a young lad. He had a big throw. And I remember him lobbing it in and Craig Forrester's caught the ball. He's headed it out of his hands and then backheeled it in the goal and the ref gave the goal.
What was the final score? 1-1?
1-1. Because they were decent that season. Cambridge got in the playoffs and they nearly... John Beck, amazing manager. It was really like horrible football, wasn't it? They used to grow the grass in the corners. Temperature, they think they turned the heating up in the away dressing room. The away team balls were always flat, but they've done a really good job. It's nice to see them back in the league, in League One, to be honest.
Yeah, fair play to them. They've had a good season there. And Nick Norwood's housemate is the striker, isn't it? Mullen. At
the minute, because he's out of contract, Paul Mullen.
Is he?
Yeah, he's. They only had 4 players who were under contract for this season.
Oh, okay. Blimey.
And where's Houlihan? He's re-signed, so obviously we'll be seeing him.
How old is he? 38?
I think he's 38 now. But
play to him.
Look, I think them first 5 games.
Yeah.
I said last season we had a really kind start. Then I think we took 16 points from the last 6 games. Really, Matt, if we're challenging the top of the league, we should be looking to win at least 4 of them.
You gave Paul Lambert 6 games last season, didn't you? You've got to think with the squad we're supposedly putting together, right? All of those games are winnable, really. I think. What Wimbledon going to be? I can't even say it. What Wimbledon going to be like without Piggott?
Yeah. Look, Cheltenham, the 2 away games will be tough because that'll be one of Cheltenham's first sort of home games, won't it? Against, I don't know who they've got. I would have thought by looking at that, if they're at home on the 3rd game on the Tuesday, they'll probably have a home game on the Saturday. If that pans out like it looks for us.
What's it called? Wooden Road, isn't it? Cheltenham? Is that it? Wooden Road?
Yeah, they've got. Is it Ben Towser who's got that massive throw-in? Talking about long throws, he has got an enormous throw-in.
That's what you want to see in League 1 and 2, isn't it?
Working.
Big throws.
It is now. Yeah,
Oh, you're watching, here he is.
it is now. It is now. What have I missed? Talk to me. What have I missed? Terry Tibbs.
Solo show for me for 10 minutes.
Talk to me.
Yeah. Well, the computer then decided to do a reboot. And then the slowest reboot in computer history.
This is why we don't do morning shows, everyone. We're like a mid lunchtime and evenings is our thing.
Wake up. What do you make of it then, Martin? First 5 games.
I don't chance I can look at anything yet. What are you on about what I make of it first 5
Well, we've got Morecambe, we just said Morecambe at home, Burton away, Cheltenham away, MK Dons at home, and Wimbledon at home.
Yes.
Pretty friendly, I think. It's been friendly to us again, isn't it?
Same as last year, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
If you can't get off to a good start with those 5, then you are a bit of
I'll say
trouble.
the first big game we've got is, we don't know how they're going to shape up. Sheffield Wednesday at home on the 25th of September.
Yeah. Yeah, the benefit is that most squads are all squads now are formalised before the season starts. So, regardless of where you are currently as a fan in terms of itchy feet or not in terms of transfer policy, by that point, the squad will be the squad and hell or high water until January.
Yeah.
No, you might have a few, like the Premier League loans, you might get 1 or 2 of them after they sort of...
We haven't notoriously been good at that, have we? Last couple of years.
Not really, no. Not really. Hopefully that'll be a bit better.
So have you done a points return yet for the first 5?
Kind of.
Look, Elliot's giving you some grief in the chat there. Hey, Martin, you're back. I don't know how your computer suddenly shut down.
Well, I can tell you how it suddenly shut down. I pulled it out to plug the thing back in, and the power cable fell out. That's how it suddenly shut down.
Points return. Now, I just said I expect to win
Cheeky little boy.
at least 4 of them games, Martin.
I'd say a win against Morecambe, right?
Yeah.
Maybe take a point at Burton because I think they're going to be decent under Jimmy Floyd. Got to be going to Cheltenham and winning. Got to be. MK Dons should beat them at home, I would have thought.
What's the expectation for this year? Because if it's like me, and I'm quoting one of our principal owners or investors or whatever, God have mercy on League One.
Yeah.
Those first 5 games should be bankers.
I've got 11 points.
Who are you dropping against?
So I agree with Matt, Burton, and I think MK Dons at home. It might be a draw. I think they're going to be outsiders this season, dark horses.
Oh well, it's a bit early for that with very little transfer policy underway. But I don't know. Which is the home games?
So Morecambe's home game, MK Dons is home, Wimbledon's home.
It.
But as you always say, Martin, it's not how you start, is it? It's how you finish. Look at Blackpool. Bloody bottom of the table, weren't they?
Look how we started the last 2 seasons, Matt. We got 27 points from the first 11 the season before last, and then we got 16 points from the first 6 games last season. So, but you would expect that's pretty kind start, I think.
Oh yeah. Look, it's pretty friendly, isn't it? You got two promoted clubs in there.
Guys, just before I bring in a couple of people, don't forget about awayDayBeers.com. They are doing a free delivery tomorrow. I don't know that, do I? I've been looking at a blank screen for the last 10 minutes.
Josh, is it? His bacon sandwich will be ready on arrival again. Yeah. King's Mill bread, nicely buttered. Bit of ketchup on there. I didn't give a shout out, but he's got another beer, hasn't he? He's just dropped another beer. Cantonar's collar.
Oh,
I think he's tipping his hat towards me there when John Scales put you to bed, didn't he, Martin, on Sunday?
Multiple times.
One problem with it, it comes in a green and yellow label, doesn't it? It's got green and yellow label.
Oh, the old Man United, the cry.
It's his strongest ale, I think 6.1%.
Wow.
You see, I wasn't ready this morning. I wasn't ready this morning. But don't be caught out like me in future, guys. We are also sponsored by Manscaped. Don't forget, you can get 20% off and free delivery with the code TT, because Manscaped, who is the best in men's below the waist grooming, offer precision engineered tools for your family jewels. Trusted by over 2 million men worldwide. Join the movement and be ready. Unlike me this morning, Mike Brown. I was not ready. How are you?
Mike Brown. Mike, don't use a blunt razor. Don't use a blunt razor, Mike, for your family jewels.
I just too early to be talking about man grooming, isn't it? I mean,
never. It's never too early to talk about man grooming, my man. Don't we like Betford down there, do you?
No, that's true. That's true. Morning, lads. How are you? All right.
We're very well. It's been better, a bit like Faulty Towers here this morning.
Schoolboy error there, Martin.
I've got a blank screen. Matt's telling me, put me on the show, put me on the show. And I'm like,
All of a
I've got no
sudden,
power.
Mike, there was me, and I thought, shit.
I'm going to watch it back. I want to see you
One man
swear.
Well, I've just done a school run. I just popped in to say hello to my brother. Say hello, guys.
Hello, mate.
Oh,
Yeah, that's my bro.
Mike,
make sure
Mike.
he's all right.
Is it still coming home?
Oh. Look, Germans are there for the taking. Our record against them ain't great, is it?
no.
It's painful. But look, I think there's a good chance of us beating the Germans. But if Slothgate can sort out his
Wasn't it great last night, Mike? Did you watch them games? It was
I kept flickering between the two.
crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, Germany. I mean, they 1-0 down after 10 minutes, and then they scored the equaliser within seconds it seemed like.
I see a stat, Mike. Hungary in the 3 group games have only been behind for 6 minutes.
Cantona out 6%, got a bit of kick to it.
Yeah.
Mike, talk to me about
6
Town's
minutes,
fixtures, because we're Town fans first and foremost, and they've released the fixtures this morning for the League One campaign. Our third at this level, our most important, it has to be probably said, with the investment coming in. How are you feeling after having seen the first 5 games?
Well, look, realistically, I know there's been a lot of fans stressing over players not coming in, but realistically, we've got to get maximum points out of them. If we're serious about promotion this year, them first 5 games are going to be key to our season. I mean, we're not just going to go to them games and just get the 1-0. We need to put 2-0, 3-0 here and there, and really stamp our authority on the league and say, look, every team that plays us are going to get it's going to be like a final, you know. Last season there was far too many comfortable players out there. This season we've got rid of a lot of dead wood. If we're to believe what's been released, there's a few more players, allegedly from players' parents or whatever. I don't know whether that's true or not. I think it's probably a lot of crock of shit, to be brutally honest. But you know what it's like. Anybody can get a Word document.
It was released by the local paper, though, Mike. The local paper released it as well.
They
So
supported it.
Oh yeah, but that's a local paper. I
Well,
mean, Christ alive. They can't even get dates and times right, let alone they can't even get the grammar and spelling
Where's my
right.
button? Fuck, where's my button? Where's my button?
yeah, you haven't used that for a while, have you?
No, I
I've
ain't
got
used
press
it
your
for a
button,
while.
Martin. Yeah.
Don't press that this morning because something else will happen. You'll probably wipe us all off screen.
I'll cover your backside, Martin. These are the views of the fishermen. Nothing to do with Talking Town. There we are.
Views are their own and not of the network.
Oh, come on.
Had to play some dust off that one.
But yeah, no. So I guess, like I said, really, Morecambe at home. That's a no-brainer. Burton away, and then we got MK Dons, and who else we got? I lost Cheltenham. I mean, look, the toughest one will be MK Dons. They're a top half side. Will they make the playoffs? They could do. I think Richard could be right. I think there could be a little bit of a dark horse. But there's too many big teams, too many big teams in this league, really, for them to really sort of challenge, I think.
And maybe Derby coming down as well, Mike.
Yeah, well, I hope they do, to be brutally honest.
Interested?
Yeah,
I hope they do. I'd love to go to Ipswich Town and give Rooney some stick.
So where we see Wickham, it should be Wickham-Derby, but a bit like a cup draw, right? It should be like that. So on the 4th of September, we've got Wickham away. That could be Derby away. Pride Park. Is it still Pride Park? They still calling it, or is it the Eyebrows? Something stupid. Lewis Robertson. Any of you generally believe this is theory that players in the away kit will be announced during the Ed Sheeran gig? No idea. Not heard that. But we're not Man United, are we? It's not like you're trotting Lionel Messi out there for the gig and you're announcing him in the world and they go, oh my God. Man United, no, it's going to be...
Is there any more transfer rumours, guys? Because that's got a bit quiet, isn't it?
That's good. That means things are working well. If things are getting out, that means agents or players or clubs aren't quite in negotiation and someone's trying to force the scales over to the other side. Where it's all quiet, all sides are doing their job. That's good. That's good.
So.
I've looked through to April, so the end. We've looked at the start of the season, the end of the season. I think the end of the season could be quite tricky. So because this is when we've got all, like we said, we want to finish strong, don't we, Mike?
Yeah.
And hopefully towards number 1 spot. We've got Cambridge at home, Shrewsbury away, then Rotherham away. You got to think Rotherham are going to be up there because if yo-yo between the champ and the
Got Rotherham and Wigan, Matt. They're the Easter fixtures. They're the Easter fixtures.
Crew second from last game. Away.
That went well under Burley. Do you remember playing him under Burley?
Yeah. And then Charlton at home on the last day. They're going to be pushing top 6.
Could be a title side of
that. To go top 2, I don't know. So it's a tough end. Well, the start of the season's been pretty kind to us, I think. That'll
just tick us over the 100 points. That will, Martin. The Charlton game.
Yeah, I reckon we'll get 100 goals by Cambridge on the Saturday. Though, to be honest, brutally honest.
Dridden will hit his 50th that day.
You had to go and ruin it by making it disbelievable, didn't you?
It was almost. Maybe on
Mike,
FIFA you get Dridden to score 50, but not on reality. No,
I don't know. It's us, Matt. He's the FIFA player among us.
Mike, were you gutted to see Hawkins go?
I'm still having counselling.
The thing is,
counselling the fact he was signed in the first place. No, I
spoke to Mike yesterday, and I watched the Ollie Hawkins video on the Mansfield site, and you know what he said, Matt? I still dream of playing in the Championship.
Well, what's Nigel Clough seen in Ollie Hawkins to think I want him up front for me?
He'd be right for League Two. He'd be right in League Two. He can edit in both boxes.
What is grating to me out of all these players going to Colchester and now Mansfield is these are the players who are supposed to kick us into the Championship, Mike. They're all starting next season in League Two.
Oh, I told you that this time last year.
It does sum it up, you know. When we look at our squad last year, we all said it that good 80% of the squad weren't good enough for this league, and it proves the fact that they've gone to League Two because if they were good for enough for this league, they'd all be in League One.
And Martin was consistent. Ollie Hawkins is not good enough for his position.
I think, yeah. No, well, there you go.
Have you been to December, Martin? You've got a tough December.
Well, I'm just thinking about this fixture list because I'm thinking it's two ways of looking at this. Either it's a relatively easy start, similar to what Lambert had last year, or this could be a really tricky start for Paul Cook because if you don't navigate it well, are you going to see December? Because there's going to be expectation, there's going to be investment, and you're not going to play real big hitters in consistency. I mean, December, as you just pointed out, is quite hard. But really, if you look between August and October, who are you playing that's considered a heavyweight? You're playing Wednesday, maybe Doncaster, but they've finished 11th. Was it 11th this year? They finished in the end.
Pompey away. We don't know how they're going to shape up.
So you got 3, possibly 4 big clubs. If you don't have some consistent run, this show will have a fan phone in, and people will be saying, "What's going on? We've brought in X, Y, and Z. Last year wasn't good either." So there's two sides of that coin. It's quite a favourable start.
Yeah,
but you've got to put something out, and you've got to get a bit of a run.
I think if we're not top 6 come Christmas, Cook will go. I think the owners ain't going to tolerate it.
See, I mean that's a fair comment, and I'm not saying you're wrong. That's the mantra. That's the level and the expectation.
That's a bit hard to spend more. Got him as a decorator for the ground.
Because when you do hit December, you are right, Crunch. It is a tough little month. That Charlton, Wigan.
Look at November, Mike. You look at November, and in November you've got Oxford, Sunderland, Rotherham, and Crewe. And then December you go Charlton, Wigan, Sunderland, Gillingham, Wickham.
Yeah,
Derby.
There's little runs of games here that are tricky. That's where you can get promoted, though, isn't it, Mike? When you start picking up a clutch of results rather than.
Well, we need our club to and our players to put fear in the opposition. We need the opposition coming to thinking, "Oh Christ!" We're sitting there worrying about going to Wickham or Rotherham or Sunderland. We need to have that put on them. They need to be scared to come to us. They need to say, "Shit, we've got Ipswich this weekend. That's going to be a really tough game." And I know there's going to be teams thinking that, but but I don't
agree with Mark Dowling. Mark's comment: top 6 by September, or he's gone. No, it's a long season. Let's not get carried away here. Feet on the ground.
We'll remind you of this in September if we're seeing.
I don't know if you can have feet on the ground. The owners have set the stall. God help League One. The investment. You're telling
losing the shit already because we haven't signed anyone, Martin. It's just nonsense. We are not a Sunday morning pub team, and everyone's saying that we need these players in before we start pre-season. These players who we're after, they're not sitting at home watching the Euros, eating Domino's pizza and drinking away days beer and doing no training.
There's nothing wrong with that one. The away day
No, it
beers,
isn't.
they should be doing that. They
Plus
should
the
be doing that.
Plus contracts don't kick in till July the 1st, so you could see a run of, some signings announced on July the 1st and that week, I would have thought.
I mean, no disrespect, we've already got better than what we had last season with the players we got left. The 2 signings we've got, we're still better than we were last season.
The problem is, Mike, we wanted a big clear out, and now when you see people like Bishop linked, people are saying, oh, no, we shouldn't let go of Teddy. 131 games.
Who said that?
I think 8 goals, 5 assists, or the other way around. That's all he's done. Get rid of him.
Yeah. I think he's not a bad player. I just don't think he's the player that we all hoped he would be.
Away day beers. All beers come with electrolytes for recovery. There you go. You get it down, your son.
Have you ordered any, Matt? Have you ordered any?
I still haven't finished my last batch yet.
Oh, come on.
Come on, Matt. You'll need it by Tuesday when the Germans come to town.
The Mannschaft.
Yeah, absolutely. I've got an advert to play on tonight's show from Away Day Beer Company. I had to change it from a mauve to an MP3, so it'll debut on tonight's show. I'm excited for that. Yeah, he's a bit of a film director, Josh.
We said about Bishop leaving in our first summer show, didn't we, Rich? Do you remember we did our traffic light system?
Yeah,
didn't we?
It was probably last season was probably the fittest he's been, Matt. Apart from, I think he was out for about 6 or 20. Who did he got cropped against someone? They kicked him off the pitch.
Yeah, I remember the game. Yeah.
Other than that, he
got sent off for Crewe. Sent off for Crewe, was it? So he missed some games there, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with Carl Brooks. I agree with Carl there. Now, Mike's touched on this before. You said that about the negative mentality when Evans was here, didn't you?
Yeah.
Shift it.
I disagree. I think you can be critical and also wait and see. Like when you have, we'll touch on it this evening with the guys and girls, but when you have a document released listing players in one camp and another camp, and you're purposely splitting the camp on pre-season when notoriously even the most outcast of players are told, oh, come back in, all's forgiven, you can work hard, work your way back in. Everyone knows that's a load of bollocks. You're on the way out. But here you've got a clear statement of you're there, we're over here. And it's like, well, what if you can't bring players in? What if you, like Flynn Downs this time last year, if I'd said to you all, Palace wanting for 2 million, I would have had people coming on the show and saying, one bad year should not.
Well, Matt didn't rate him.
Well, Matt didn't stick. I was like, is he really that good?
Is he really that bad?
Well, he sits somewhere in the middle there. That's why he's in League One.
Again, last year, our midfield did not outshone any other midfield out there. Dazzel's got the QPR. Well, good luck there, because you love him. You love him. I don't think he'd be in the team if it weren't for his surname. But there we are.
You can't.
See how he gets on down there. I would imagine he's probably going to start on the bench at QPR. I would have thought.
You can't wait to play with Lyndon Dykes, Matt.
We'll probably end up signing him.
It's interesting. It's just an interesting thing. So, come on then. Looking at the fixture list, how many points by October do you think we're going to be having? I'll tell you the games again. You got how many home wins? Okay, I'll make it a bit easier for you. You got Morecambe, MK Dons, AFC Wimbledon, Bolton, Wednesday, and Doncaster. They're the 6 home games between August and October. Out of those, what do you think we're going to be looking at?
Stay on Sheffield Wednesday, innit? Because you don't know what condition they're going to be in. Because they would have stayed up if they hadn't had that points tally taken away. I don't know.
I'd take 12 points.
Yeah.
In games.
Yeah, I'd probably agree with that.
4 wins.
Yeah.
We never play that well against Doncaster at home, do we?
No.
In general, we got absolutely demolished at their place last year.
Yeah, 4-1. I think did we not beat them in Lambert's last game? Maybe 2-0 was
Possibly,
it? But
yes.
I don't recall that.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. Yeah, and then the Wolves came off.
That was Darren Moore's last game for them as well, wasn't it? Both managers are gone by Monday.
Yeah. He went to West Brom, didn't he?
He went to Wednesday.
Wednesday, that's it.
Yeah.
14 points.
14 points.
Oh, that's optimistic.
No, 4 wins.
I like
4
it.
wins, 2 draws.
I think I've been Colin. I think home form.
The legend.
Go.
Hello, mate.
Hello,
Hello,
Donny.
boy.
How are you, boy? All right?
How's all my lovely friends this morning?
We're
Yeah,
good.
all good, mate.
We're good,
All
thanks.
Good,
Yeah.
good, good.
How important is home form going to be this year, Colin? You've got to put them around a fortress, haven't we?
Oh, we got, like I said before, Martin, we've got to smash this up this year, mate. You know, we've got to have this mental attitude now. This year, you know, we ain't got to be afraid of anybody.
No.
I think we've gone into too many games with trepidation, worry, anxiety, all those things. You know what I mean? We've got. I think we're going to be getting. We've only got a couple in at the moment, but I think we've got a couple of players in there. What I've heard from them already, who are very positive, kind of minded people, and I think we're going to get that kind of ilk in most of the time, hopefully. And if that's the case, like I said to Rich, you know, we've got to just go into this league, you know, with no fear, and we've got to go in, and especially with the home games, like you say, Martin, we've got to go into this season with, you know, a lot more determination, better attitude, and you know,
I think we need to respect the league. I think we need to respect the league. Coming saying we're going to smash up the league and that we don't want. Look, we said that for the last 2 seasons. It's not gone well. Just respect the league. It's going to be tough. It's not going to be a cakewalk. I know we're on here. Look, 100 points, 100 goals, all that. To get, for me, I think a minimum is a playoff place. Look, I want to get top 2, but it has to be an improvement on the last 2 seasons. And like I've said before, the owners, it might take a bit of time. We can't be saying if we're not top by September, the manager's got to go. No, that's rubbish. We just need to keep calm and see where we go.
Every game's got to be a cup final. That's the way I look at it. If we're really serious about getting out of this league, every game that we play has got to be a cup final. Not going out there and starting out of the blocks as fast and then dying off after 10 minutes. We need to be, you know, proper getting at them. More desire, more hunger, more effort. You know, more team ethos. You know, a bit more. You know, put the fear into other teams before they even play us. You know, that's where we need to be with it.
Yeah, and
totally agree with that, Mike. You know, absolutely, totally agree with that.
And that's Cook's mindset as well, I think. Mike. I think he's looking to bring those kind of players in. He said, I want to work with players that I can trust. And I think they're the tick boxes that you have to meet to be in his team. I think what you're saying there.
I do also get though Richard's point about, you know, if you're not top 2 by, I don't know, September, don't panic. But you can't also forget the back end of last year, and you have to see improvement, and you have to take into account and weigh it up. And yeah, right, okay, you might not be top 2, you might be 7th. But if you're playing well and forcing the issue, and teams are just, you know, you've got 1 or 2 frailties at the back, or a referee decision goes against you in 1 or 2 of the games, whatever, you can live with that. It's when you're sitting 10th and you're looking disjointed, you're not looking like creating, you're not looking like keeping clean sheets, and you're thinking, well, back in the last year wasn't great. The summer was a bit quiet. Then we told players to train with the kids, then we didn't, and there's so many different factors going into play that, yeah, I agree. Top 2 by September is not. It's a long season. It's a marathon, not a sprint. But you have to see improvement, and you have to see.
There will be improvement, and like people.
I don't know how you can say that.
But people losing their heads already. You need to trust Mark Ashton. You know, he is not some Sunday morning pub team manager. He's done a real good job at Bristol City, and to me, I'd rather have quality coming in the building than quantity. All too often, we've signed loads of players who haven't been good enough. And this season, look, they're obviously doing their due diligence. They're looking behind the scenes. There's going to be other teams interested in these players because Wigan have got some money, Sunderland have got some money, so they're all going to be in sort of looking at probably the same players. But let's just wait and see where we are on the 7th of August when we kick off. I'm confident. I've got every confidence in them getting it right.
Plus, other teams, Rich, are looking at their fixtures today and saying, we should be pushing for top 2. Charlton will be thinking it. Sunderland are going to be thinking it. But there's only 2 spots there, isn't there? And probably 4, 5, 6 clubs. thinking the same?
Martin, I come in a little while ago, off my run kind of thing, and I haven't actually studied the actual fixture list. Les, can you give me the first 5 games again, please?
Yeah, I certainly can. Unless somebody's got its hand straight away, they can give it to you.
Morecambe at home, Colin.
Yeah.
To start with, and then we've got Burton Albion away the following Saturday, followed by Cheltenham away on the Tuesday, and then we've got 2 home games to end the month. We've got Milton Keynes Dons and AFC Wimbledon.
That's not bad, but I wouldn't say it's overly. Easy, but I wouldn't say it's a bad start at all.
I don't know. Hang on. You got Morecambe have just been promoted. Last year, I said a point away at MK Dons was a good. In reflection, when you look back in the season, will look like a good point. And Rich absolutely tore me to shreds, saying if that's our level of expectation, a point at MK Dons, we should pack up and give up and go home.
Well, we played 40 odd minutes there with 10 men, Martin. So
I know we did.
Oh,
is that the first time when he gets an apology?
No,
I don't forget the time to get rid of the party.
You said that before the game. You said that before the game.
No, I said it afterwards. It was a Sunday. It was a podcast. And I said, we'll look back and we'll say it's a good
in hindsight.
Point. AFC Wimbledon, they obviously picked us apart, but we were in disarray at that point. It's a good opening 5. They're all going to be mid-table, those teams. If at best for some of them.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be worried about anybody. Good first 5.
Yeah, now I've had a little think about it. I'd say minimum of 12 points out of those 5 games.
Okay.
If we get the players in that I'm thinking about, without saying no names or anything, if we get those kind of players in, hopefully that are being talked about. I'd say definitely a minimum of 12 points out of 15 from those first 5 games.
Okay. Mike, I appreciate you. I'm going to bring in Mark now. Thanks ever so much for coming
Mike.
on. Mark, you've got 5 minutes in between haircuts.
I've got 5 minutes.
Yourself.
Come on, I'm just in between haircuts. I would just say, Mr. Cruncher, he called me out when I was saying we should be top or else Cook should go. What I meant was that. What I clearly meant was that we should be well on top by after those first 4 or 5 games. We shouldn't be 6th after playing those 4 or 5 games, and we certainly shouldn't be waiting until Christmas time to be 6th in bloody League One with our new team, our new players against inferior opposition. We all have to be positive. We can't be negative. We have to kick on from day one. Our first game's against Morecambe. Come on. That fixture in itself is embarrassing. Morecambe versus Ipswich Town. What's all that about? Come on. Sunday and a load of that stuff. I'm being real here. So I'm really positive, and we should be well on top, or certainly in the top 2 by the end of September. Of course, we have to be. Are you telling me if we weren't, the people wouldn't be getting disgruntled? Of course they would be.
I think we were top 2 the last 2 seasons, Mark, in September. Look where we finished.
Yeah, but that was under Paul bloody Lambert.
Didn't get much better once he left, though, did it?
And Marcus Evans, come on. Listen.
Mark, do you remember
listen, have you not been reading what's been going on lately? We've a new owner, we've a new manager, we've new players coming in, we've new fans, new jersey, new everything. All positive.
Mark just saying that about Morecambe. Do you remember we played them when we were Premier League and we played them in the Cup? They were non-league then, weren't they?
That was a long time ago now.
Now look us. Yeah,
I went to that game. I went to that game, Matt, with my Andy and also a friend of mine, Mark Gammon, and his son from Soham. There's 4 of us went up, and I'll tell you what, they really looked after us, Morecambe. We went and see the old Eric Morecambe statue on the front. That was fucking freezing cold that day. But yeah, they looked after us and that. They're a good club, Nice old club. Yeah.
Lads, I'm going to have to love you and leave you.
I can't. Sorry?
No worries, Mark. You've got to go do an haircut. You've got to go do an haircut.
Rich,
yeah,
Rich,
wind it up.
what was their player's name? He played against us. He was about 38 at the time. He became their manager. What was his name?
Oh, Jim.
That's it. Jim something. Jim. No, not Gammon. Gammon.
No, he was manager. He was Scouse, wasn't he?
Yeah. Is he their manager at the moment, Rich?
No, because Derek Adams was manager, and he took him up. Now he's gone to Bradford. He left. They haven't got a manager. I don't think in a minute.
Yeah, he was a big old guy. He was.
Come on, Matt. What's his name? Jim Bentley. There you go.
Jim Bentley.
Yeah, good guy. Good guy.
Great
They
shout.
have got a new manager, Stephen Robinson. He's coming.
Right. Okay.
He's their new manager.
But they've just been promoted, so we should be taking 6 points minimum off them this year. Absolutely, without a doubt. We shouldn't be fearing little old Morecambe. No disrespect.
Yeah.
But okay, we're back this evening, 8:30. Myself, Jordan, the legend of Lowestoft, and hopefully Amy.
The Winders.
Being well, absolutely. We'll break down more fixture lists.
The Winders are in trouble this season with Norwood.
No, they're not. No, they're not. We've got Hawkins going. We've got players coming in, hopefully. Some transfer rumours. We've got a winger from Portsmouth. Lots to sort of break down and discuss. And we'll look more at fixture lists, Boxing Day, New Year's Day, and all of that sort of jazz. But Rich, Matt, Colin, the GOAT.
Nice of you to join me. Nice of you to join me, Martin.
It really was. It really was. It really was. Great show,
boys.
I'm here to see you.
Back tonight, 8:30. I'll play the adverts to lead us out. AwayDaysBeer.com. Proud to partner with Talking Town. For only $14.99, grab your ITFC Legends Pack from the B